Hey everyone, it's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and today is July the 20th, and I'm here at Disney Magic Kingdom inside of Fantasyland. About a week ago, I came here and did kind of a walkthrough of Tomorrowland because they had taken down the Tomorrowland's entrance sign. So I did a walkthrough, and it was kind of fun because I started talking about attractions that were gone. So I'm kind of doing like a then and now thing. So I decided maybe I'm going to go through each land here at the Magic Kingdom and kind of do what was here, what's here now, and kind of talk about each one, and then you guys can chime in too and tell me, your memories of Fantasyland and the rides and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do, just kind of hang out together. I'm just going to stick in Fantasyland today, so we're going to talk about that, and then, like I said, I'll do each land. I hope you guys enjoyed the Tomorrowland video that I did, so I had a lot of fun doing that. But I'm going to start doing these live because I think it'll be a lot better to interact with everybody, so everybody kind of gets a say and things. So been doing a lot of Skyliner stuff lately, obviously, and haven't gotten to some of the live videos, so want to get back to that and share a lot of this stuff with everybody here. So let me turn you around, then I'll start saying hello to people. I'm actually right at the bridge entrance by the Columbia Harbor House, where it comes right in by the new Rapunzel area into Fantasyland. So Liberty Square is behind me, and then Fantasyland will be in front of me here. Let's see who we have coming on here. Eventually Classy, welcome. Ross Merrill, welcome. Kathy, hello. Two Real Geeks, awesome to have you here. Chris, welcome. Yeah, it's very hot here today, it is. Pete Tier, always good to have you here. Lisa Warden, photographer, welcome. Sherry, welcome. Michael, Margaret, hello. Bethany, good to have you here. Danielle, good to see you. Rob, I'm up high on the lands in Scotland with the in-laws on holiday. My Wi-Fi is so bad that I can't even follow you. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you'll be able to watch this back because it always goes to YouTube. Margaret, you did love the Tomorrowland. Made you cry. Oh, Fantasyland's definitely probably going to make you cry then. There's a lot of memories through here. So, Teresa, welcome. Love 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Absolutely. That was a classic. Dawn from Canada, welcome. Elbin. Okay, so like I said, we're going to start here over by the Small World in the Rapunzel area. So what they did is back in 2009, they actually did the expansion of Fantasyland. So in D23 in 2009, they announced that they were going to expand all of Fantasyland, and they were going to make the Enchanted Forest back there. So it actually turned out to be really cool, but a lot of the attractions actually kind of went, a lot of cool attractions that everybody loved. So I like the new Fantasyland. I like some of the rides through there. I like the way it looks, but of course I'm a very nostalgic person, so I loved a lot of old rides too. So they kind of have broken down now into what they call the Castle Courtyard, and this is part of the Castle Courtyard that I'm in. Then they have Storybook Circus and the Enchanted Forest as well. So we're going to go through each section and kind of talk about each one and about what attractions kind of went and what ones are here now. This is a big one right here. This is the new Rapunzel area, and again, this is the Castle Courtyard area. So it's a small world. Everything that's pretty much considered Castle Courtyard is like Cinderella Castle, Small World, Mixed Magic, Peter Pan is in here, the Carousel, Prince Charming's Carousel, the Princess Fairy Tale Hall, the Rapunzel area. This is really just a restroom area, but you can consider it part of the courtyard here. And then, of course, Merida. Merida's meet and greet is actually considered part of Fantasyland. It's kind of tucked away, so you really wouldn't kind of think of it as part of Fantasyland here, but it actually is part of the Castle Courtyard. So if you recall, back in the back from like 1971 to what was it, probably 98, 99, I believe it was, is this area used to house the Skyway Tomorrowland. So this is where you jump on in Fantasyland, and you would take the Skyway, which was the Von Roll version of the new Disney Skyliner that's coming, and that would take you over Fantasyland, and it would take you into Tomorrowland over by Space Mountain. So that is one of the attractions that is gone. It is sadly missed by a lot of people. Hey, Greg's Disney's Adventure. Good to have you here, my friend. Kevin and Teresa, 44 days and 2 weeks until on property. Awesome. So, love the updates. We were able to get a room in the Grand Destino in December. Cannot wait. You're going to love the Gran Destino and the Toledo. Absolutely. It's beautiful in there. Hopefully you saw all the videos. And you got to be kidding me. It's been a gorgeous day, and now all of a sudden thunder is starting to roll in over my head. The skies have turned really gray. So we're going to do this until obviously we can't anymore. Okay, part of the castle courtyard. Again, Peter Pan's Flight, one of my absolute favorite rides of all time. You also have It's a Small World, of course. It's about a 30-minute wait time for It's a Small World. Both of these attractions have been here since 1971. So they were all part of day. It gets a little crowded right through this area because it kind of bottlenecks. It is actually not that crowded here at all today. Parking lots are not full at all. Transportation getting in was nothing. So it just seems a little bottlenecked right through here. Matthew, 109 days to go until you get here. Awesome. Pinocchio Village House. This is a nice little sit-down restaurant. It has a great overview of It's a Small World inside. So this area has pretty much remained the same for quite some time. This has pretty much been untouched, at least through the It's a Small World and Peter Pan. Mickey's PhilharMagic came back, I want to say in the late 90s to the courtyard here. And of course, Cinderella's Carousel has always been here. They just did a massive refurbishment on it, and it really looks beautiful now. Yeah, there's definitely a storm rolling in here. Sherry, severe storm warning for Orange and Osceola County. Awesome. That is exactly what I don't want to hear. So one of the biggest changes that you'll see part of the new Fantasyland here is basically back in this area, right next to the carousel and back in this corner is where Dumbo used to be. Dumbo used to be one ride, or one track, I guess you would call it, and the queue was all outside. It was awesome. I mean, I loved it, but it was a pretty outdated experience because the entire queue was outside, so you would sit here and you would bake in the sun waiting to ride Dumbo. And they've actually moved the original Dumbo ride back to Storybook Circus, and they built an entire new Dumbo track along with it. So now there's the dual Dumbo tracks, but the original one used to stand pretty much right in this area that we're looking at here now. Hey, Matt, Faye, and Casey. Hopefully everything's going okay, and I know you guys are going to come here soon. Hydra, got a few months on the Food and Wine coming up. Zippity Doodad, awesome to have you here. On the Stone Circle floor. Hang on a second here. Where'd you go, John? The Stone Circle floor area, that's where the Skyway column stood. Yeah, you can still see a lot of the remnants of the Skyway back there. It actually stood there up until the early 2000s, I think. Maybe even mid-2000s when they pulled it down. But it was all part of the, again, the renovation for the new Fantasyland. Try to fight through some of the crowds here. So Princess Fairy Tale Hall is also considered part of the castle courtyard. And you can see this is supposed to be like the castle wall. So basically, as you're on this side of it, you're supposed to be in the courtyard of the castle. And then as you leave the gates, you leave these castle walls right here, you're entering the Enchanted Forest. And that's where the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Enchanted Tales with Belle, Ariel's Grotto, the Little Mermaid is back here, the Little Mermaid ride. So all that stuff is back there as well. Some of the older attractions that used to be here, which I really miss, was Snow White's Scary Adventures and Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, which I thought was one of the most fantastic rides that Fantasyland ever had. And I was really sad to see both of those go. Hopefully you guys can remember those attractions. They were awesome. I'm pretty sure, I want to say that Snow White got replaced by Princess Fairy Tale Hall. I'm pretty sure Snow White was here, and then Mr. Toad was a little further down to the left here. I want to say that maybe even the Winnie the Pooh attraction replaced Mr. Toad. Here's the Friar Nooks. This is a nice little ice cream spot here. Or no, I'm sorry, where's the ice cream? Oh, ice cream down here to the left. This is the brats and tots, I'm sorry. Never actually eaten here, so that actually looks pretty good. Gotta love some tater tots. So this is the Storybook Treats. This is where you get some really good ice cream. So everybody keeps mentioning 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. That used to pretty much sit right through this area here. So this all used to be open water, and then they had the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea submarines that would float all through here. And this has obviously been replaced by the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train now. The attraction was closed down. I'm pretty sure that it was because of ADA regulations. It was hard to get, anybody with, certain disabilities or anybody requiring assistance or scooters. They weren't able to get onto the ride, so that was a big reason that they really couldn't keep it around anymore. I had heard other things that, there were some track issues and just a lot of aging issues and stuff with it. So some of the submarines were leaking, those kind of things. So Winnie the Pooh's, the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. I believe, like I said, this was Mr. Toad over here. So I think Winnie the Pooh replaced Mr. Toad. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Rock, Snow White Scary Adventures. Yeah, that was Princess Fairy Tale Hall. That's what I thought. And then Mr. Toad was over here. Hey, Ruby Princess, welcome. AJC Magic TV. Snow White enjoyed, and Mr. Toad too. Yes, the Princess Hall was Snow White, yeah. Mr. Toad's a great ride from Patrick. Brian Disney Fan, Pooh Ride replaced the Toad Ride. Awesome. Ian, can't wait to go there. 26 days to go, watching from the UK. Please say hey to Freddie and Steven for me. Hey, Freddie and Steven. Awesome to have you guys here. Resort budgeting. Hey, Rob. How long are you going live today? Well, I'm going to try to stay until the storm rolls in. Apparently, like I said, it was gorgeous, and as soon as I set foot in the Magic Kingdom, the clouds start rolling in. It's usually my luck. Rain just seems to follow me now for whatever reason. As you guys see in half of my videos, there's lightning, crashing down all around me half the time. So, but that's Florida. It comes through for about an hour or so, and then it'll go away. So this is all considered the Enchanted Forest area. Winnie the Pooh is part of the Enchanted Forest. The Mad Tea Party is part of the Enchanted Forest. Then you have Storybook Circus right behind us as well. So we're going to walk down here real quick because we can't forget Merida. That's part of the castle courtyard. And a lot of people don't realize that she's kind of tucked back around the corner here. You have the Cheshire Cafe. Actually feels good. The breeze feels good with the rain getting ready to come in. Cheshire Cafe basically just have some drinks here. Orange juice, hot tea, a Mickey donut. That's a celebration donut. That sounds pretty good. Rick is asking what I'm shooting today. If anybody's just coming on, basically what I'm doing is kind of a then and now situation. I did Tomorrowland about a week or so ago, and I started talking about some of the attractions that were gone, some of the attractions that were there, some of the attractions that might need some renovations, those kind of things. So just decided to come live with you guys and just do a then and now situation. What was here in Fantasyland, what's changed, get some of your memories and stuff like that. I thought it would be kind of fun. So this is where Merida meets her guests, and this is again part of the castle courtyard. It's kind of just to the side or behind the castle, however you want to look at it. So 3:45 and 6 p.m. are her meet times, currently closed for weather. Denise, Rob, loving the videos. Always, PhilharMagic opened in 2003. D. Ashford from the UK. Thank you very, very much for that info. I thought it was a little earlier than that. I was thinking the 90s, but 2003 sounds just about right. So the Speedway over here is considered part of Tomorrowland. This is kind of right on the border as we're going through Fantasyland towards Storybook Circus. All those rumors going around about Elon Musk possibly sponsoring the Tomorrowland Speedway here with Tesla vehicles. I'm not sure what the outcome of that is, if that was just rumors or if that's a possibility in the workings. I kept hearing that they were going to do something with Tron, you know, to make electric cars and all that, which I think would be pretty cool if they were to give it a little bit of an upgrade. I love the Tomorrowland Speedway. I'm glad that they did not touch it or remove it. Looks like they've actually shut this down as well due to weather. You know, they shut a lot of things down because, you know, of any kind of lightning in the area. People are so worried about the Skyliner. You know, it's never going to run, but you'd be amazed on how many things actually get shut down throughout Walt Disney World due to weather. Here's the Mad Tea Party. Again, part of the Enchanted Forest area. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, a huge, huge part of the Enchanted Forest, a giant mountain range that sits right in the middle of it, which was once again where 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea used to be. And I want to say 20,000 Leagues was, I think 74 to 74, 71, which is when the Magic Kingdom opened. And I think it was like 94, 95-ish when it closed. Trying to dodge some people here. So this is all part of the new area that we're walking into. This used to be Mickey's Toontown Fair, which I know that's a sensitive subject for a lot of people as well. A lot of people were really sad to see Mickey Toontown go. I was sort of impartial to it. It was cool. I mean, I liked it for what it was. Again, I'm a very nostalgic Disney person, but it's not really a place that I spent a lot of time in. I think if you know, if my daughter was younger and it was still here, she would have loved time in there. Little stations, Storybook Circus pretzels, Storybook Circus popcorn. Little ice cream treats here as well. Margaret, 20,000 Leagues closed on September 5th, 1994 without advance notice. For what it was outwardly themed a temporarily maintenance period, but 1996 closed officially. Brandon saying I'm very laggy right now. Yeah, the Magic Kingdom is rough sometimes to do live stream through. It's very spotty, especially when you get around the castle, it gets a little rough. I think I've had some issues back in Storybook Circus too, now that I think about it, so. So Storybook Circus, the Barnstormer's back here, the Casey Jr. Splash Pad is back here, Dumbo, Pizza Silly Sideshow, and the Walt Disney World Railroad Station is back here as well. So Dumbo is actually shut down. The Barnstormer is most likely shut down. Like I said, when thunder and lightning start rolling in, they pretty much shut a lot of the outdoor attractions down. So not just a Skyliner thing. Look around, there's a lot of things that get shut down due to inclement weather. Pete's Storybook Circus, you can meet, I believe, Daisy, Goofy back there. Who else? Is Pluto back there? Yeah, Pluto was back there. So it does get a little laggy through here. Yeah, as you're saying, it's very choppy. So let me try to get out of this area. Teacher, I wish my cell phone could say how many people were connected to a tower rather than signal bars. Yeah, actually my signal is showing full signal right now. I have all my bars complete 4G LTE, so it just gets, it has its moments. I definitely do not use the internal Wi-Fi here inside the parks. It is not very good at all, especially for any kind of a live stream situation. I mean, you might be able to check your email on it, but that's probably about the extent that you're going to get. Myers Mama Mouse, 152 watching, awesome. Thank you everyone for being here. If you're joining in, just kind of doing a then and now situation, walking through Fantasyland by itself. I did Tomorrowland a while back, so I decided to come live in Fantasyland and just talk about all the new things that are here, talk about some of the things that we missed, some of the old rides and attractions that were here. So this is all new. This has been added. Ariel's Grotto. This is where you can actually meet Ariel, the Little Mermaid. Then you have the Under the Sea Journey. This is my favorite ride back here, at least part of the expansion. They did a beautiful job. All the waterfalls, the pirate ship up in the front here is just pretty amazing. Well, I guess it's not a pirate ship, with this Eric's ship that he ran into Ursula. It's a 30-minute standby time, which isn't too bad. Way Too Son, can I mention my shop on here? Absolutely. Share what you guys do on here. Just don't get too spammy, that's all. But absolutely, share the love. You guys support me, I'll support you. So I was really happy to hear that they were going to do the castles back here. Prince Eric's castle, and then obviously they did the Beauty and the Beast castle, at least sort of a facade of it for the Be Our Guest restaurant. Enchanted Tales with Belle was done back here, which I still have never been in. To this day, since it's opened, I've never gone Enchanted Tales with Belle. The Bonjour Gifts, Village Gifts, Gaston's Tavern. Would you get LeFou's Brew back there, which is really good. They have amazing sticky buns in there too. So it looks like they've also shut down the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Again, this is all weather related, so no mine cars going through right now. Oh, did I miss a super chat? I didn't see that. Let me go back here. I'm sorry, if somebody sent me a super chat, I did not see it come through. See, Zippity Doo Dah thanking James Rudolph for the super chat. It did not actually show up on my screen here. I do apologize, but thank you, James, if you did send that super chat. Thank you very, very much. So the Be Our Guest restaurant does not appear to have much of a line at all right now. You can actually walk up and get a pretty decent walk-in time. Sometimes you only wait maybe about 30 minutes if you do a walk-up, so you don't always necessarily need reservations. So you can see they've actually parked one of the mine cars out here in order to save room, and say must park them in various parts of the back. Greg Mariello, hopefully I said that right, $1.99 super chat. Very much. Much it. Darren PhilharMagic opened in October of 2003. Now we got the raindrops are starting to fall here. Nothing too terrible as of yet, so we'll still hang out for a little bit. Zippity Doodad, James sent us $5 super chat. Thank you very much, James. I do appreciate that. Like I said, I'm sorry it did not show up here, but I'm glad that Zippity Doodad caught that for me. I never want to miss those. It's very generous. Thank you very, very, very much. All right, Ruby Princess, $9.99. Get a cold drink and a snack. Thanks for the stream. Thank you so much, Ruby. I appreciate that very much. Perfect day for a nice cold drink here. Maybe a little ice cream. JW Dasso, hey, good to see you live. We'll be there in about a week. Awesome, we got to hook up then when you get down here. Darren, that's correct. Snow White was Princess Fairy Tale Hall, then Blue replaced Mr. Toad. That's what I thought. Glad you guys can back me up on that. Those are just a lot of great memories. Sorry, guys. I'm stopping right in the middle of traffic here, which is something I hate when people do, and I just did it myself, so. Fairy Tale Hall is obviously very popular. You know, something that they definitely needed here. I just wish they didn't have to remove a wonderful ride like Snow White in order to do so. Here's Sir Mickey's little gift shop area. And then, of course, the gorgeous, gorgeous Cinderella Castle. We have Cinderella's Royal Table, which is an amazing restaurant up on the second floor. Sherry Shooning, hopefully I said that right. Sherry Shooning, thank you so much. $14.99 super chat. Wow, thank you. Very generous. I appreciate that very much. It's just amazing to stand at the foot of this castle and just look up at it. Very cool because it is actually open right now. It's not open at all times through the day, so a lot of people are gonna gather in here now because it's gonna start to rain. So it might be a little rough getting through it right now, but hopefully my signal won't get too terrible through here. Wait for some of the crowd to go through. Got a beautiful artwork through here. The Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique is in here. Zippity Doodad, absolutely plug your live streams. Everybody check out Zippity Doodad on YouTube. Awesome, awesome stuff. There's beautiful Cinderella right up there. right, so we can actually get a great view of some of the construction happening here with the moat area. They have been widening the pathway that goes from Liberty Square behind the castle into Fantasyland, and you can see that a lot of work is still being done back there. But they definitely needed to widen this pathway. That was very narrow, and it's going to blend in very nicely. It looks like they're blending it in with the castle brickwork and everything, so it'll look really nice when it's done. JW Dasso, $1.99 super chat. Your passport parks t-shirt is showing up today. Thank you. Very, very good picture. Sure, I can share that with everybody. I actually just ordered 2 new shirts, 2 new gondola shirts today as well for myself. My dog, sent me pictures and stuff. She lived with me. I wasn't actually at home, and pulled them both out. So I'll start wearing those gondola shirts. A lot of cool shirts. Parks.com. Find all kinds of cool gondola stuff there. So have a lot of fun with that. Jimmy, Disney World Castle is 108 feet tall, 100 feet taller than the Disneyland Castle. Yeah, they had to keep it right under 200 feet, so they didn't have to put a light on the top of it. So they didn't have to put the flight warning lights on the top of it. Festival of Fantasy Parade has been delayed because of the weather. Sorry guys, I just picked the wrong time to come through here and do this. Okay. The rain can be a real bummer here sometimes. But it's so beautiful. Even with gray, cloudy skies, it's still the Magic Kingdom, the happiest place on earth, so definitely can't beat it. Hey everyone, hope everyone is having a good day. This is my first stream with Passport to the Parks. Enjoying so far, and just subscribe. Thank you so much, Donna. That is so appreciated. Glad you're having a good time. Get a nice shot of the castle here. Try to go back and talk to some of these comments. Margaret, having some transmission issues. Yeah, anytime I get around the castle or even back towards Storybook Circus, I usually have a lot of signal interruptions, so I do apologize for that. Hopefully it's cleaned up here a little bit. Casey Nealon, go to Disney World in 82 days. Cool. Anthony, what's up, my main man? Just hanging out at Disney World. Robert Gavin, I need a kidney. I am sorry to hear that, my friend. I hope that something works out for you. Definitely. We'll definitely send all of our thoughts and prayers towards you, and hopefully that will all work out for you. All right, I'm going to start walking a little bit here, try to get my lag time to chill out a little bit. Resort budgeting, wonder if the height actually still applies today because of the no-fly zone. That is a good question. I would assume it probably would if they were to ever reopen this into a fly zone, which I doubt that they ever will. They seem to be building a lot of vertical thing here, so the
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, due to inclement weather and for the safety of our performers, the Disney Festival of Fantasy Parade has been cancelled.
Oh, they canceled the whole parade.
We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused, and thank you for understanding. Once again, this performance of the Festival of Fantasy Parade has been cancelled. Thank you.
Oh, that's a bummer. Israel, my videos, thank you so much. Charles, hey Rob, I will also be there in 82 days, October 10th, staying at Hop. Very, very cool. Skyliner is going to be open. Absolutely. September 29th, Skyliner is opening. August 28th, I still believe, is the day that Doppelmayr will turn the keys over to Disney, and Disney can do as they wish. So we still may see some soft openings, may see the Hollywood Studio open up prior to Galaxy's Edge. But the official opening date for Disney is going to be on September the 29th, which is very cool. Hopefully they'll have a cool ceremony. You know, the Epcot line is going to be the last line to open. I'm pretty sure about that. So that's when the Epcot line will open. Hopefully Hollywood, maybe Pop will be open before that in different intervals. Disney Saver, I have an old video on my YouTube of a shampoo blimp flying right over the castle. Are you kidding me? Disney Saver, you guys gotta go check that out then. Go check him out on YouTube. I'm gonna check myself of a blimp flying over Cinderella Castle. That's hilarious. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed the little tour of Fantasyland. Like I said, I'm gonna do different lands on different days. We'll hit Adventureland. We'll talk about that, what was there. We'll do Frontierland. A lot of stuff has not changed in Frontierland. Frontierland is pretty much the untouched frontier, I guess you could say. Not a whole lot of changes back there. That crazy rumor that was going around that they were going to pull the Country Bears out and replace it with Toy Story back there. Thank goodness they did not do that. Country Bears I love so much. That would be like ripping the Carousel of Progress out of here, which I would personally put my stamp of disapproval on. That's one of my favorite attractions. All the old school attractions I love much. Peter Pan's A Small World, Pirates, Carousel of Progress, the People Mover, you know, all that great stuff that's back. Haunted Mansion, obviously, number one. Sherry, I'm about to get hammered. I know it's coming. I'm just trying to hang out for as long as I can until this actually starts to really start hitting here. Allie, yes, I'm super bummed that we'll miss the gondolas over the Star Wars opening. Like I said, do not count out soft openings because, again, that August 28th date was Doppelmayer's date that they, you know, had intended. That was their target date that they have intended to, what I believe is turn over the keys to Disney. So what Disney chooses to do on that point, Doppelmayer's basically saying, you know, we think put people on here, you can start your cast member testing, or you can start your soft openings, those kind of things. So you may actually see some rides going back and forth before Galaxy's Edge. I'm going to start heading out. Maybe I can stay a little ahead of the weather. You guys can walk down Main Street with me here. I actually have some family in town, so I believe we're going to try to hit one of the parks either tomorrow or Monday, depending on how the weather looks. Not sure which park yet, we haven't decided, but we're going to try to make a day out of it. So I might grab some pictures here and there, but I'm going to try to make it some family time, as difficult as it is sometimes to not pull out a camera and not document things. We'll try to, you know, have some quality family time. So how many people have rolled their ankle on these tracks through here? My foot has gotten caught in there many a times. Stroller wheels, wheelchair wheels, everything have been tore up through these tracks. So definitely be careful when you walk through here. Watch, I just talked about it and I'll probably do it. Probably land falling straight down. Donna, do you like the Starbuck Main Street? I know it's very popular. I'm not a big fan of brands coming into the parks. You know, it's a good thing. People love Starbucks and it's extremely popular, and that's fine. I just don't like, you know, people bringing in brands inside the parks too much, especially the Magic Kingdom. If you want to do it at like Hollywood Studios or Epcot or whatever, that's fine. But I think the Magic Kingdom should kind of stay untouched and just be that wholesome family environment where, you know, you don't have logos and brands that are coming all through and kind of tainting the areas. So I don't go to Starbucks, you know, outside of Disney World, so I can take it or leave it. But I know a lot of people do love it, so that's great. You know, if it enhances people's joy of being here, then that's cool. I'm not going to take away from that at all. They actually had Phineas and Ferb out here earlier. They bring a lot of characters that you normally would not see, so it was really cool to see Phineas and Ferb here earlier. I'm going to head over to the right. I think I'll take the monorail back. I took the ferry boat over from the TTC earlier, which is one of my favorite ways to get over here. But I think we'll do the monorail heading back. It's great to change it up every now and then. Benjamin, you rolled your Mind on the Tracks back in April, about 50 feet past there. Yeah, it's funny. You see it happening all the time. People walking and, you know, oh, they go, oh, there goes an ankle. It's all part of the Disney experience. It's got a few more raindrops starting. Have you been on the Pirates of the Caribbean while they were today? Nope, I just, sorry guys. I just did Fantasyland. Like I said, I'm gonna do lands different days. Just wanted to fit in Fantasyland today and just kind of talk about what was there, what's there now. Maybe Adventureland will be the next one I do. Steve Pinn, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate that. Oh, excuse me. Trying to get out of here. Rain's starting to come down a little bit hard now. We'll make our way over to the monorail so we get under some cover. Some monorail coral. I love how they have the wait times now for the monorail, the 10-minute wait time sign up there. Let's see. You know what? I'll do the express. That'd probably be better. You have the express that runs in one direction, and that'll take you directly to the TTC. Then you have the resort monorail that runs in the opposite direction. And that will actually take you, it'll stop at the Contemporary, the TTC, the Polynesian, and the Grand Floridian. We'll just find ourselves a spot here. Danielle, you love Disney. We all love Disney here. Thank you so much for being here. All right, looks like the line's starting to move here, so that's good. Wait, your son, this is bittersweet torture. Trying not to torture, just trying to bring some fun, but I know it's tough. It's always tough for me too, that's why I do this, so you guys can share the experience when you're not here. The railroad is still down until Tron is done. Should be end of 2020 or so when it actually opens back up. Hey, Disney Nerders, welcome. Matt, 32 days till I enjoy corn dogs. I know you got to get here to Casey's. Get your foot-long corn dogs. Get over to Sleepy Hollow so you can get those other corn dogs.
No shading on the handrails.
Oops, sorry. All kinds of little people coming behind me here still. Stepping on everybody. Incognito mouse, yes, no sitting on the handrails. Short budgeting, I thought there was already a walkway in Meridian. Apparently they are extending that walkway now. That walkway has never gone through from the Mad Kingdom. So I think they're going to build a little bridge area over the little river that goes back there where the nighttime water pageant is stored back there. That's where they park it. Yes, there's only a walkway to the Contemporary right now. Incognito mouse. Manténganse alejado de las puertas. Everybody's got that memorized. You can see our monorail coming out of the Contemporary right now, so it's on the way over here. And no doubt if the monorail break them when we're on it. They're still chugging along, even though they're old. Steve, I do not as far as it's supposed to be. You can see the construction equipment is over there now. We should be able to see it when we go by. So we've got monorail lime coming in here. Well, you remember losing your car in the parking lot Kingdom years ago. Not a great thing. Yeah, it's very possible to do. Got to remember where you park. Menu Rager, it was a lot hotter earlier. Now that the cloud covers come over and it's starting to rain a little bit, it's actually a nice breeze that's coming through. So it's cooled down some. Still a lot of people coming in. Very welcome. It really makes you want to come to Walt Disney World. Steve and I have not been on one of the brand new buses yet. I have not had the chance to do that yet.
Volviendo, llegaré 4:30, tan fácil. Un poquito más, ¿verdad? ¿Coming out? No. Right here, Bob. Pero, ¿qué? O sea,
all right. Now there's the announcement. It's kind of hard to hear. Pretty crowded in here today. Thank you, Incognito Mouse. Appreciate the subscription. That's awesome. Just barely see some of the construction over there for the bridge. resort budgeting. That's the canal that feeds the Jungle Cruise. I didn't realize that. I guess that makes sense. So they bring the water in from 7 Seas back to the Jungle Cruise, and that's where they store the electric light pageant boats back there too. But I didn't know that's what the canal to store that water back there. That's pretty cool. That makes a lot of sense. They're still tearing up a lot of stuff here at the TTC. A lot of the entranceway, they're redoing the security areas up there. Alright, let's try to make our way down the ramp here. A lot of people getting off today. I think people are afraid of the rain, so everybody's wanting to head back home or to the resorts. Zippity Doodad, I saw that you had a milestone. Did you get a subscriber milestone? I did not. I didn't see. Tell me what that was. I missed it. Resort budgeting. Thanks for letting me hang out with you today. Didn't see all the stream, but thanks. It'll absolutely be up on YouTube, so you can check out the whole thing. Even some of the laggy parts. I do apologize for that. That's the monorail that heads over to Epcot. So you basically have to walk down this ramp and then walk back up the other ramp to get over to Epcot. You'll have similar situations for the Skyliner station over at the Caribbean Beach, where you would exit if you're coming from Pop Century and Art of Animation. You would exit, then follow another ramp over to Hollywood Studios or to the Epcot line, or vice versa. It shouldn't be too difficult to manage, very similar to what they do here with the monorail. Actually looks like it's clearing up a little bit now. The skies are a little bluer over the Magic Kingdom. Like I said, the cloud usually hangs right over my head. That's pretty funny. Look at this, you can see blue skies are starting to appear over the Magic Kingdom now, where we were just at. And the rain is literally following us, so that's just my luck. Zippity Doodad hit 700 last night. 700 subscribers, was at 648, and Resort TV One sent everyone over to me after their stream, and I got 85 subs in 5 minutes. 746 right now. That is awesome. Well, hopefully I can do the same. Resort TV has a little more punch with their live streams because they are really awesome. But hopefully we'll get some people out of this stream as well. We can all share the love and try to support each other. Jim Evans, too bad the Skyliner system does not go from park to park. I can't have it all. That is true. You do have to make some transfers. The monorail doesn't go from park to park either. You actually have to do a transfer here at the Transportation and Ticket Center. So nothing that's not, anything new. The monorail does the same thing. As far as a park to park, maybe with a fifth gate, you could have probably a park to park scenario. Coming from Magic Kingdom to a new park. That's something I've been kind of going through. I'm going to do a video as far as possibilities and those kind of things with the Skyliner. So I'm kind of in the works of doing that now. So look for that sometime in the near future. Okay, so like I said, I'm here at the TTC. The monorail is behind me. I love the monorail signs back there. I do appreciate you guys being here as always. Definitely visit passporttotheparks.com. Follow all the social media. I could use some love on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, all that great stuff. If you have not subscribed here on YouTube, I do appreciate that you would do so you can follow me. Live streams, all kinds of cool Skyliner stuff and cool Disney stuff as well. Check out Zippity Doodad and go through the live chat here and see what everybody else is up to, and try to share the love all around and support everybody who loves Disney and does this thing. We're all just trying to share and have a good time and become just one giant family, I guess. So thank you guys for being here, and we'll talk to you very, very soon. I promise I will be back with more live streams. So there you go. Have a great day, guys. Bye-bye.